Well, we have a big box to open and examine, but at the minute there's a lounge lizard in the way, a big white fluffy one. Let me evict him first. I'm guessing that the picking sheet is at the bottom, so I can't check it off as I take it out of the box. Well done, Hattons. Yes, it's Hattons again. They're turning into a bit of a swear word. I waited another week, and on the Monday night I put through all of my items to ship out. Now they were going to charge me £7 for a courier because there was £8 worth of Vallejo paints in the order. Normally it would be free because there's 500 quid's worth of stuff here, but they wanted to charge me £7 for an £8 pack of paint. So I took it off the order, and miraculously I got free postage. Now I know there is restrictions and they put them through couriers because the Royal Mail won't let them go, but it went to courier anyway. It's gone through Amazon's shipping program for some reason, and that wasn't the only gripe. I had a little car and caravan. It was £5. There was an almost identical one with a different car, which was £10. They'd put them in the bargain thing, but they were priced £5 and £10, even though they were exactly the same. So I cancelled both of them, and well, I presume I've got my refund. And one of the items I won on their pre-owned, I think, was a Wolfers kit, £22. I bought it, paid for it, done the checkout, went back and carried on browsing. The next day I got an email from someone saying that moments before I bought it, someone else had bought it, so I couldn't have it and I would get a refund. Now, from my own personal experience buying stuff immediately going to checkout, the time you refresh the page or even go back a page after you've completed payment, the item's off stock. So the chances of this happening are pretty slim. So whether it's a bit of BS to get them out of the mire, it's the second time they've done it to me, along with selling stuff on their auction site that I've already bought, and I won it on their auction site and got an email from them saying I couldn't have it because I'd already bought it and more or less blaming me for it. Yeah, so we'll see what this little box of joy has and get back to you within milliseconds for you. So we're rummaging through. It wasn't my only gripe. The fact was, on Monday night when I processed my order and took out the necessary bits and put the order through and got the confirmation, that was Monday night of last week. We're now Wednesday of the following week. I didn't hear anything. I know it's free postage and they don't offer priority services, you know, it's free, so you have to wait a couple of days, maybe it's on the back burner. So I didn't really expect an email for a day or two, and then it sort of got to day or 3 or 4, and I thought, what the hell was going on here? Kept checking my order, it was open. I thought, oh well, because I've bought the last pack of the Hattons little Great Northern coaches that they had, and I thought, are they thinking of an excuse because they're all bloody sold? Why is my order on hold? It's no back orders, so it shouldn't be waiting. So I left it and sort of got waylaid and went on their live chat and couldn't get on because they need the full phone number including 44, but you have to put the plus at the front as well. I got a bit fecked off with it all and left it another day, and then got to Sunday and it was too late. So I messaged them on the Monday saying, you know, been a week, nothing on pre-order, so you haven't really got an excuse as to why I've waited a week for you to process my order. I was expecting to be opening a box on Friday, you know. So I gets the apology, and apparently it's just ended up being on hold on the system for some unknown reason. How? Why? I don't know. They couldn't really go in. They apologised and said he'd put it through, and you know, they did put it on priority. The next day I got confirmation it had been packed and it was you know, in the system Tuesday, and I've got it here on the Wednesday. So they did sort it out, but you know, it was another bloody week. So it was sort of like 3 things in one order that have miffed me. But they are. It's life on internet sales, as they say. So on Better Points, I bought these. These are mats, basically scatter and static grass. They're on sort of like, I think, a self-adhesive bedding. They're 25 chuffing quid to buy. Quite who pays RRP for these. I mean, the cheapest I've seen on eBay is £14.60, but that's in Austria, so you've got to pay another £12 postage to get it. Well, they're about A4 size, maybe a little bit bigger. £5. They're both exactly the same ground cover part number. As you can see, even on the camera in this low light, different shade. Not bothered about that. Obviously, I'm not expecting something that's handmade to be identical. But I thought that was quite a good buy at £5 as opposed to the RRP, which is, I know German stuff's expensive because all of it's German and we can charge more. Just walking around an Audi dealership. But yeah, 25 quid. Who the hell pays that money for these? Yeah, so I just thought, you know, a little park area or a waste ground on a building site, you know, job's done. Trim it round, finish round the edges, and quick and easy way if you're in a bit of a hurry. And at 5 quid they're worth a punt, but certainly not at RRP. So let's press on. So the pricing can be a bit swings and roundabouts. So these are normally £22, £25, £28. They used to be about 18 quid. A roughy, scrappy, bits missing, badly weathered one you could pay 12 to 14. I paid 18 for this one, and exactly the same one on the same day. This was 15 because the centre step is loose between the 2 tanks. I've had one before, exactly the same. Can't remember what I paid for that. Probably around about the same money. I won't pay the £22 plus mark. These were at the same table as I bought the other ones off on the Spalding trip the other week, and they're asking 22, so they are a little bit better priced than some. So the old Dapol telescopic steel wagons, these second hand, £22, £24, £29, £30. The new lot are now coming out again. I think they're £34, £37. This one was described as weights loose in body, loose detailing, missing parts. Got it for 18 quid. It was sub 20, so I thought it was cheap. Didn't look too bad in the pictures. As you can see, there should be 4 dummy steel coils. There's 2 missing. I'm wondering what's inside. Well, as if by magic, look what's appeared. Guess what the loose weight inside was? The only thing that's loose, if you can see the little door catch, there's one of them in a bag ready to stick back on. Other than that, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The NEM hook is still in there. It's got a Continental one that end, so maybe they used it on a European rake, I don't know. So the hook's there to change back and everything's there. Just got to glue a door catch back on, so that is a win. Let's see what else we got. I wish I hadn't have got these, because when I was at the fair the other week, the bloke was doing £10 each or 15 quid for 2. He had 3 original ones and a hand painted gov, so I would have had the 2. But these were, where is it, £11 and £14 for exactly the same wagon, exactly the same condition. The only difference is the dearer one is not in the right box, apparently. But there's no difference. I've just had them out of the box and examined them. You know, everything's there that should be. So why is one worth 11 and one worth 14? Who knows? This Pullman, the old classics. These are the ones with the lit table lamps. They make £25, £40. I got this one for 26. They had a cheap one. Oh, I say cheap. It was 25 or 24 pounds. It had a broken part off with the pipe work. Door handle was detached, and there was something else wrong with it, and a coupling missing. And then I carried on scrolling down the page and saw this for £1 more, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, hello. Yet all the other ones are 35 quid or more. Mark II Fs or Gs, I can't remember what the hell they are, but basically they're the Airfix tooling, rebranded as another variant of the Mark II D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, whatever bloody hell they are. But these ones have lights. I have got a Hornby one on one of my old videos. I will plan to illuminate my Mark II set. So these would sort of, replace the worst of the other ones with slightly upgraded versions. These were £17 each. Normally, even on eBay, starting price would be 20. Another thing, Bachmann MEAs always make stupid money. This was 11 quid, so I snapped it up. I normally wouldn't sort of go for that, but I've already got a few. Normally I don't even look at buying them because they're always too much money to increase the rake. I even considered maybe selling it, but yeah, £11 for one of these is not a bad price. Again, HEAs normally attract £10, £12 plus starting bid on eBay. Some mug comes along, 7 quid, so I quickly snapped that one up. And again, there's no reason why it's as cheap. You can go on HATTONS again and you'll find these for double the money. Hornby VDAs, they're a sort of no-nonsense fussy van. I normally pay about £7.50 or a tenner. These were £9 each, so I bought them because, they don't... It's a waste of time putting them on eBay. You can't, get them for less than that, and then you got post on top. This is the earlier variant of the SAA steel carrier wagon with the flip-up stanchions. Unusually, it's intact. The whiskers are still intact on the bogie frames, and the brake detailing's intact. So this may replace one of my damaged ones, or serve as a spares donor, but it's, in perfect condition. And it was only a £5, which is why I bought it. This was a bit unusual. I have got some bits and pieces, plant equipment. Someone's converted this to have a little amber flashing light. It was only £7. You'd pay that for the model without even converting it. So I bought that as well. Staying on vehicles, BRS Ford Cargo. Been after one of these for ages. They don't turn up very often, and they're £10 up to however silly you want to be. £7, all intact, never been out of the box I don't think, so we had that as well. I needed some 1980s 90s cars, so an old Volvo sedan, as the Americans would call them. Bloody awful looking things, the estates. Volvo should stick to making estates. That's all they know how to do. Trucks and Volvo estates, 4 quid, which is about all a second-hand car is worth. Now I bought this, I hadn't seen this before. Obviously it's one of their sort of bit like Hornby do a wagon every year for Christmas. This is their Christmas 2019 Sherpa. And sure enough, there is another vehicle for 2020, I think, but it was again only £4. There doesn't seem to be any demand for it being a limited edition. I did sort of wonder, is it worth leaving it as it is in case it is worth money in the future? I don't think it will be. What do you think? I think it might get chopped up and painted or something and made to look like old Sherpas usually did, fall into bits. Well, this could be a bargain or not. It's a Bachmann Network Southeast coach. Now, I'm sure you all know that these go for more money than sometimes you can pick up discounted ones new. This was £10. Yep. Now, it's not without a flaw. It's missing a coupling. And the windows are fogged. I don't know what they've done. There's no damage to the paintwork, but all the glazing is almost like super glue's reacted, so I don't know what they've done inside. So I don't know whether I can just try and cut it or use something, cream cleaner, glaze, paint restorer on a cotton bud just to try and improve them. I'm not too worried about it because I don't think you'll notice it much in a rake with a little bit of light weathering, and obviously on a rainy day the windows would have been steamed up anyway. So it was pretty cheap for a Bachmann one. It could easily be double that. And we'll move on to the quickfire round. Well, not quite yet. The kit, I got the kit. The one I paid £22 for and never got a refund for, and never had a cancellation email, even though I got an email saying I wasn't getting it. So, right, quickfire round. Brand new, 120 quid. This was their last pack. I won't get them out because they're still sealed, but if you look for the Genesis Coach pack on YouTube, you'll find Jenny Kirk and many other people doing reviews of them. They got lights in them. They're better than the Hornby ones, and they were cheaper than the Hornby ones. So I've got these for my earlier London North Eastern. So they were sort of, I was humming and hawing on getting them, and I saw they were the last ones. And obviously you'd have to pre-order the new ones and pay more money. So £7 DCC Concepts. These are the little, I don't know what they call them, the power bus suppressors, in case you get a surge on your DCC power line that then fries all your expensive sound chips. These go on each end of your power line. They're just a simple little resistor and something else, but they was only £7, so quicker than me making them. I was after a scale ruler. DCC Concepts again. No, I haven't won the lottery. It was a little bit dearer than a standard ruler at a discounted price, but it has the advantage of having some small holes drilled in it for wire bending, which is useful to me for repairing handrails and such like. It was £11 for a stainless steel ruler. Some hedging, always handy to have that. Not the most realistic in the world. It was £5, which is about £2 cheaper than it normally is. Although if you look on eBay, it's double that. Another set of loading doors for the Wheels Modern Warehouse kit, because I might buy the extension, or again I can use these on a scratch build. Special curves. These are basically just to turn a Y point into two parallel straights. So I thought, well, they were £5. Point, always handy to have another new one for half the price of a new one, so it was £11. A Pico, this is a very old one, but they're all the same even from the new ones. It was the ramp. I managed to get some from my local model shop, but they didn't have another ramp end, so I needed that. A couple of American 40-foot trailers, I guess they are. Again, they're a little bit older than the period I'm going for, but what the hell, you take what you can get sort of thing. And they were only £5. So, job done. This, hopefully, isn't too bad. It's an unbuilt kit that's rolling around in the box, so hopefully it's all complete. Cost £9. So, if it's not complete, they will be getting an email of complaint. And the little people, well, they were between £3 and £6, depending on the complexity of the set. Some have got 5 people, some have got 6 people, some of the props as well. They are currently on offer. They are 187, model power as a US manufacturer, but I think some of their stuff is rebranded German stuff anyway. So we've got some working blokes in various poses. I can't remember what all the numbers are. These are playing check. People in the park, I think it was. So there's a couple of guys playing draft, as we call it, or checkers as the Americans say. Various people in poses, shoppers and things. Homeless people, something I thought was a bit unusual. Probably the guy with a little bag and a pole is not something you'd see a homeless bum hobo doing, but yeah, we've got the guy living in the cardboard box. All we're missing is the mad woman with the trolley and the aluminium cans, but sure I can make something. And another one here, different poses, people at a station, I think they are, passengers. Then we got people eating. I think I've got another one of these, but yeah, got one seated, drinking, eating burgers, pizzas. Just sort of a little bit different. That's another one of the passengers. We've got another one here. I think they were hikers. We've got the fat tourist with his camera and things like that. And this was the last one, which I think was women on the go, or women on the move. They must be on their way to the sales. So, oh, that's not a woman in the middle there. That looks like Stalin. He slipped in. Yeah, so there's various kits. If you want them, they're not a bad price. Most of them. Some are a bit £6 to £8, give them a miss. But some of these are, like I said, £3, £4, £5, £6. So, and they're a little bit better than the old Chinese ones. So these are better for sort of up front scenes. So that's it. Hope I haven't bored you too long. See you on the next one.